All right, well, hello everybody, and welcome back to attempt 2 of 3.0. Now, we made some tweaks to our world settings. Nothing super major. Like, I think we turned off scent, and we reduced the apiary crafting time to 25% of its original value. Traders no longer have protection, but they're also not claimable. And we also changed the day length to 16 hours instead of 18. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. Let's delete this old save. And new game. Wait, let me check the sandbox options here. Yeah, okay, so all of this is updated. Zombie digging, no. Zombie rage, no. Scent should be disabled, yep. All right, so all the changes, they stuck. All right, so we need to generate a new random world, and we're gonna call it 3.0 attempt 2. Except I'm gonna go to advanced generation, and I'm gonna reduce the size of the pine forest as we usually do. So West Lucosi Valley. And Jesper, you told me that you can only pick up the workstations that you yourself have personally crafted, eh? All right, fair enough. You know what really sucks? You know how I started to do like a dismantle permadeath series? I want to keep going. Apparently there's like a whitelist feature where they'll stop demonetizing your videos if you apply for the whitelist. Right here, right? Streamer copyright claims whitelisting in streamer mode. Like, I sent the email, and I even commented on this to like ask them if it's still a thing, but this forum has not changed since 2022, right? 2022 was the last thing, and they never even responded to this. So like, I told them, I sent an email. Is there any ETA on how long the whitelist process might take? Is the whitelist permanent, and will my future live streams no longer be claimed on an indefinite basis? Thank you for your time. So that was 3 days ago. So now today, literally 3 minutes ago, I was like, I'm assuming the whitelist must not be a thing anymore. Damn shame if it's not. I really wanted to do a long-term live stream permadeath series of this game. So like, whether or not we can even do dismantle, it's gonna depend largely on whether or not I can be paid for it, right? Because I'm not doing fuck all for free. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they get back to me and they're like, yeah, the whitelist is still a thing. But whether or not I can play dismantle at all, it's really just gonna depend on it's gonna depend on whether or not I will be paid for it. I don't advertise games for free. Anyway, we have our world, 5% forest biome, the rest are larger. Looks like we have 4 towns in there. So we're ready, pretty much. Custom difficulty, start. We no longer have the damage numbers, we just have the health bars. I never understood the whole copyrighted music thing. Like, you're just, the best way to advertise your game is content creation, right? So like, the best way to de-incentivize content creation for your game and de-incentivize player-based advertisement for it is to claim the revenue of everyone who tries to play it. It's just the most counterproductive thing possible, you know? At least these days, developers can use AI to generate their own music, and then you don't have to pay a musician who's going to then copyright claim every creator who tries to advertise your game. Which is pretty bad for the musician, who's now out of work because they're AI generating music, but it's going to be good for me, you know? And I gotta admit, in most situations, I'm thinking, what's good for me? We're gonna get 60 plant fibers to start. There we go. I'm gonna want to try to fly through this shit a little quicker today. This time. Stone. I need one more. Grab some wood. Is there a boulder? No. Alright. I don't really have a knife yet, so we're gonna use the club until we do have one. There we go. There's the chicken. Right there. Oh yeah, I matched the third person camera button to my middle mouse. Fuck. I don't think I'm killing that chicken, dude. I could just try to fucking shoot it. Got it. Fuck your shit, chicken. You really thought you could contest me? Oh yeah. Oh, I like those feathers. And we can make our bone knife now, so... that's a win. Alright, let's just immediately go to the trader and start getting ready for tonight. We know how bad these zombie spawns are already. Like, it's gonna be a pretty crowded night. We're gonna want to have a place to be, like, safe, you know? Yeah, I'm totally okay with AI. I know it's fashionable to be like against AI, but really it's a force multiplier, right? The thing is, it's no longer a gated thing to be an artist, right? You can just you can paint better than Picasso if you just put in some inputs type thing. You can make really good music by just typing in some prompts, you know? And a lot of jobs are going to be lost to AI, but ultimately the customer experience in every single regard is going to be better. It's better for all of us. It sucks, but it is what it is. It's not the first time. Think back to the Industrial Revolution, right? Ever since we started having conveyor belts and automated factory assembly lines, like think about how many people used to tighten bolts on a car, and that was like their job, right? It was like their full-time job. They were able to buy a house and support their family, and all they had to do for 8 hours a day was tighten a bolt, right? But then machines do that, and then those people lose their job, right? That's all AI is. It's just another industrial revolution. Yeah, I'm cool with AI. There's AI music, man. There's AI music that's absolute bangers. And I feel like these days, if you want to compete with AI, you got to be a good artist, right? There's no more room for slop musicians. In order to contend with what AI is capable of doing, you have to be good at it, right? And that's what people don't like, is that now AI is kind of gatekeeping artistic creativity by basically raising the standard of how good it has to be. And there's always going to be artists like Victor Yushkevich who create beautiful things with their hands, right? It's just now you can prompt an AI to basically make a painting that's on par with Victor Yushkevich's work. It's not fair, but it is what it is. The cat's in the bag. Yeah, this is about as many zombies as I expected to have here. There's a loot stash up there, but it's got a locked chest. I need to think about where I'm gonna live, like, right away. I don't exactly want to start digging a hole yet, so maybe just fortifying in a nearby building. Anyway, let's make a spike trap. And then let's compile all these zombies into a tight space. All right, there we go. All right. Farmhouse, possibly. Hello, Veramos. It's been a hot minute, buddy. We are doing well, yeah, doing pretty well. I hope you're doing well, too. Jesus, a lot of fucking zombies around. All right. We're gonna have to find some stone.
If you drink all
Stone shovel.
I got work to
Grab that.
What are you standing there for? Don't you have work to do?
Make some frames. I'm just really glad I don't have to worry about any bullshit rage mode anymore, you know? Rage mode was always like my least favorite thing. All right. Oh, forge a head book. Not bad. All right. Beautiful. All right, we need to create like a little storage zone. Make more arrows. All right. Let's make a crate. I'm gonna harvest this boulder. Load up. Only the heat is unbearable. Yeah, we've had a couple days like that here so far. Headshot only without crosshairs, huh? Oh my god, there's always so many zombies. If I don't make a habit of just running away from them, I'll never get anywhere. So we're gonna have to just make that habit. Let's put this crate down right here. And let's go. Is this the one with the dog? Maybe not. Okay. Snow biome over there. I can get an experience payout for just stepping foot into that biome. Ugh. Oh my god. Okay. she'll bleed out, but this is an insane amount of fucking zombies. All right. It's not exactly like Ravenhurst levels of zombies, but it is pretty substantial. You know what? I do have my starter points. I'm just gonna go strength 3 and minor 69 or 2. Yeah. Feel like I should have done that sooner, but it doesn't matter as long as it's done now. All right, let's enter the snow biome just so we get that experience gain. I hope I don't get a boulder thrown at me. Well, I'm just trying to loot a couple of nests here. All right. I may as well grab the 5 blueberries that I'm gonna need now while we're here. I found 4 right away. There's a bear over there. Fuck that. All right, we got the 5 blueberries that we need. I'll even grab 1 extra. Now I should be able to make that fucking serving of chili. Provided I find a beer. I think a beer is the only thing I need. It's like, what is it? Blueberries, beer, a can of chili. You really don't need much to make that, reinforcing food for the snow biome. All right, we're minor 69er rank 3. Well, this axe is better than mine. Drink. All right. It's the Scorcher stew, right? Yeah, you're right. Grilled meat. Okay. Oh, fuck yeah. We can loot all those crates. Nails, glue, wood. We got a functioning forge here and a functioning workbench. That's pretty crazy given the 35% chance, or 30% chance that they have to be functional. Holy fuck, they have a ridiculous amount of health, eh? You know what? Come on, catch fire. Ridiculous. Come on. God damn it. You can kill these guys much more conveniently if you can give them a bleed and the fire. It just took forever to make them actually catch fire, you know? All right. Christ, he was beefy.
Good after. Well, you proved me wrong. Now take your reward.
Right, machine gun.
Get the hell out of here.
Buried supplies.
Get moving, jackass. This don't pay by the hour.
All right. Let's go do that other buried supplies we just got. And I'm gonna grab up all the corn that I can from here. All right, that 14 corn restores a lot of hunger and a lot of, mostly a lot of health. We'll get a lot of health back from that. The potatoes we don't get any health from, but we can bake them at a campfire, even without a cooking pot or a grill, so it's food. Tools digest, nice. I can now craft quality 2 stone tools. Yeah, we get 2 points for every magazine that we read, so. All right. Well, since we have a functioning forge at the trader, I could make my own cooking pot and grill right away, and then we could make the grilled meat. Then it just comes down to finding the beer that we need for the stew. The Scorcher stew. Either way, having the forge functional at the trader is pretty crazy. And a workbench, really, like, that's pretty good too. God, my head hurts. Getting those withdrawals hard. It's crazy because I'm actually getting keto flu and nicotine withdrawals at the same time. But mama didn't raise no bitch. I should get addicted to one more thing so that I can quit 3 things at the same time. Like an absolute Chad. All right. Jesus, dude. Always more zombies around. All right. Fuck that biker. Let's just get out of here. Yeah, we don't need to kill those zombies. All right.
It was a good evening until you came in.
There
What
is
do
the
you
grilled
want?
meat here, but I can craft a grill. I'll take the pipe bombs. And then we'll take a fetch at the Johnson
Come on, mate, you
family
better not
cabin.
fuck this up, or I'll cut your goddamn throat.
Let's grab clay, iron. I don't want to make much, just pretty much the cooking pot and the grill. Okay. All right. 30 seconds and we're good. Let's grab this. All right, there we go. Is there even a town? It's a small town. There's not much here. But we have our grill and we have our cooking pot. Looks like they have a durability rating now. All right. I need to try to find some stumps whenever we're walking through open plains. Anywhere that there's a lot of flowers. Like if you find a dense concentration of flowers, you can usually find 2 or 3 stumps in there. Well, the lumberjack is, he's getting a spike trap. All right. Are we done yet? Doesn't look like it. I just need to make sure I have like a secure fighting position before nightfall. Wait. What? Why is it nighttime? That's weird. Did they make it so that 4 a.m. is always morning? I think that they did. So 16-hour days no longer makes it so that your night starts at the same time, but your morning ends later. Now your night begins earlier and your night ends at the same time. That's fucked. I wasn't prepared for that at all. At least feral sense isn't on, but that's still pretty sus. So basically, there's no reason to change your day length to 16 hours anymore. See, because I always thought that it was like, okay, when the zombies are, like, when sunlight is hitting them, then they slow down, they get lethargic. Something about the vitamin D, something about the sun's rays makes them slow down, right? So I would usually have it so that, like, okay, at 2200 hours the sun is down, they speed up, and then at 6 a.m. the sun is up and they slow down, right? Now we just can't do that, I guess. Let's make some hatches. I need a fucking bone, dude. My knife is almost, like, trashed. That's a feral. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting the night to start earlier. It's never been the case before. That was a fortunate decapitation, but the knife has very little durability remaining. Probably like one more stab. Okay, I really need to hope that I find a bone somewhere in this kitchen. Nice, I found one. I don't think it stretches it from both ends. Only because we have 16-hour days, right? So if the night started 2 hours earlier, then that means it can't end any later. If it was stretching it from both ends, then it would be it would start at 2100 and end at 5. Oh, you mean if it's even longer? Okay, so you're saying like if you have like 14-hour days or yeah. Jesus. All right. Wow. I wonder why they're still like moving around. Huh. Jesus. That's insane. Yeah, when an animal's dead, even if you have scent turned off, the animals converge, or the zombies converge on all that shit, like, a lot. Hang on. Oh! Well, I thought that I was gonna use a pipe bomb and be all clever, but clearly not. All right. I'd imagine most of the hard part is over now. Okay, we got the supplies. Okay. Fuck. Well then. I'm screwed, I think. Like... Yeah, I think I'm screwed. Wow. Well, that's the problem, right? 7 Days to Die has always had a jank issue. Yeah, anyway, I think I've had my fun with 7 Days to Die for another couple of months. And I'll come back to it when there's action skills in the game. I never respected the fact that the zombies can crouch through one block gaps and the players can't. You know what I mean? Of course you do. Of course you know what I mean. It's self-explanatory. If they can crawl through one block gaps, we should be able to. Might not have died if we could. Anyway, all right. Anyway, I'm gonna go heat up my coffee, and then I'm gonna play something else for the rest of the day. Question is what? Like, I kind of want to play Dismantle, but the motherfuckers won't whitelist my channel, so maybe I'll do it, but I'll have to turn on the streamer mode thing where it like where there's like no good music, unfortunately. There is a streamer mode in the settings, but ideally I'll be able to simply have the music. You know what I mean? But whether or not that's the case depends on whether or not they whitelist it for me. All right, so I'm going to end the stream. I'm transferring you guys over to Dismantle, but I'm also going to warm up my coffee first. Yeah, I have a second coffee ready. Anyway, to those of you who only tune in for 7 Days to Die, I'll see you later. Whenever they bring back action skills. Ugh. All right, my coffee's heating up. Yeah, 7 Days to Die. It's gonna have to go through like a significant transformation. This is a really good start. I like the sandbox options. I feel like it's overrated. I feel like 7 Days to Die is an overrated game now, and it won't be once they restore action skills to the game. You know, I'm personally like I'm very burnt out on 7 Days to Die. I feel like I can only enjoy it when there's action skills, but I also don't trust is pre-built overhaul mod anymore ever since we got that glitch, right? So once action skills have been restored to vanilla, we might get another 2,000 hours out of it. It's just, you know, we're gonna have to wait until that happens. It'll be great though. Once I'd imagine the way that they're gonna handle it is they're gonna have a hybrid learn by doing and magazine system, and it might be something you opt into. Like they might have learn by doing or the traditional skill system, right? I suppose technically learn by doing is the traditional system, but they might have it so that you can either do perks and skill points, or you can have action skills, or maybe they'll do like a hybridized system of both. Yeah, we'll wait and see. 3.0 is a step in the right direction, though. Oh man, I have a perpetual headache. I gotta play through the pain though. I'd imagine the source of the headache is the fact that now I'm trying to train my dopaminergistic system to get satisfaction from something other than cigarettes. And there's also the lack of carbs and sugar over the past 3 days. I'm definitely gonna have some sort of keto flu symptoms, right? So I can't really tell the source of my discomfort because of the fact that I'm quitting smoking and doing keto. But either way, we'll play through the pain. We'll try to achieve some sense of normalcy. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream, open Dismantle, turn on streamer mode to shut off the music, and then I will see you guys in Dismantle in a moment, okay? Hopefully, today, unlike 2 days ago, I should be just fine to play it basic, like baseline skill, baseline competence, and I'll avoid some of the more embarrassing death circumstances. Anyway, I'll see you guys there.